mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. Fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Kick it and go, kick it and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft. Watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them.
With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Putting it down for that, time I was down and out, had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at, you know what it be, playing this here for the keeps, had to make out with a feast, a family to feed, third cold where the trophy should be, EA got me in the game now, breathe down with the game now, they're hearing with a lane now, my home second with a rain now, legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill, it's the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just to heal.
With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
on first down, it's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. Let him know. Watch twist.
Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. There he goes, right side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
And he's able to put it through.
Seahawks 10, Buccaneers nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Flowers on the stop.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 36, Brady. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Now remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st down, Brady. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So more problems here in this 1st quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
41-yard line.
2nd and 11 at the 41. Now it's Carson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Right here, right here. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Shift. Patch it.
On third down, here's Coleman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
He was brought down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
At their own
the field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10. On play action, now Brady. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Operating from the gun, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10.
55.
To throw again, Brady. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made.
Brady's pass.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a third and 3. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's third and 3. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Brady on target to Gronk. First down, Buccaneers. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Fournette. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Leonard Fournette on the
on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
First down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Chris Jones on the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Brady going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
No hesitation, don't try my patience.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's the ball carrier.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Brady. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. From the gun, Brady, and he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
45-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Brady airing this one out for Evans. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to get a little more room for the punt. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
Yeah, they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
This one complete to Jordan Reed. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 32.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing again here, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Preston Williams, as the first half is winding down, and the Seahawks add on to their lead.
His kick.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Got an open man, it's Washington. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through. the end zone for a touchback.
So it's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 12 yards there and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Coleman, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Stop shy of the 45.
Ball carrier.
Showed off a nice little move on the play, though.
At the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 57 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And, oh, my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down.
Alabama, 380.
Now Fournette. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
On the carry.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
He's a little play with me, baby.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. On the screen, this is Coleman. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken right around the 44. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They run it with Carson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last for a
long time.
No doubt.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Preston Williams, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
And Brady and the Buccaneers here, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they will take a knee here.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And they take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up first and 10 at the 40. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll try to run with Carson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Second and goal.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Here's Wilson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Myers on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell